Open your book to page 64. The objective of this lesson is to find the intersection of two lines. So again, this is a review from the Algebra 1. Okay, so you have two equations. You got 12x minus 15y equal to 78. And you have another equation, 12x plus 28y equal to negative 8. So again, when you have two equations, you write it side by side. And then what you want to do is, you want to do when the two equations look similar, you want to use elimination method. And so this is a little bit lower, so I'm going to try to eliminate the x. Okay? And this is already negative, so I'm going to multiply this by negative 1 to make this opposite. So multiply by negative 1. So I get negative 12x plus 15y equal to negative 78. And I'm going to put one under the other. It doesn't matter if you put this under here or this under here. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to put this under here. Okay, so again, this is from the Algebra 1. And then you add, so this will cancel out. And so you get 43y equal to negative 86 divided by 43 divided by 43. So y equal to negative 2. And then after that, you can solve for x. So you have to substitute back in one of this equation. So it doesn't matter which one. So you pick the one that's easiest to use. So I'm going to use this one. Okay, so I get 12x plus 28. Substitute. Again, you want to show all your work because you want to show people what you're doing, right? So you got 12x minus 56 equal to negative 8. So plus 56 plus 56. 12x is equal to 48 divided by 12 divided by 12. So x equal to 4, and that's it. So that's a point of intersection. Now, we're not going to do this, but if you were to graph this, if you graph these two equations, and the point of intersection is it's a point where it's on both lines. And that means it's a solution to the two equations. Okay, let's go to example 2. Example 2 is a practical application of the intersection of two lines. So this has to do with so over here it says, suppose that the red double T corporation has a cost function. So this is the equation for the cost of producing something. Okay. And the revenue, so this is so one is cost, the one is revenue, so y equal to 675x. And what is a break even? So when is break even? So again, this is how much they pay, this is how much they're taking. So at what point will it break even? No profit and no loss. Okay. Now again, the point of intersection, so you're solving for x and y. So what you want to do is notice the two equations are different, right? So again, if they're the same, if they look same, you use elimination method. If they look different in this case, or if they look something like that, you can use the substitution. So notice y equal to that. So you substitute this into here. Okay. Again, whenever you substitute, you put in the parentheses. So when you have this kind of situation, it's easier if you use substitution. Or you can, in this case, actually you can do elimination also. You can eliminate the y, but probably quicker just go and substitute. Okay, so minus 500x minus 500x. So you get 175x is equal to 4025 divided by 175 divided by 175. Okay, so you got x is equal to 23. Okay, so in this case, it will break even by producing 23 units. And now it did not ask you to look for y, but you can look for y. That will give you the amount of money, right? So you can read the problem and just follow it through. Okay, let's go to example 3. Graphing the inequalities. Again, this is review. So page 66, example 3. Says graph the region of the plane which is satisfied the inequality of that. So you got x plus y minus 2 is less than 0. And you got y minus x is greater than 0. You got x is greater than 0. Okay, so normally when you're doing the graphing, you want to graph the hardest one first. Okay, and you want to do one at a time. Okay, so you need to do one at a time. So let's go and do this one first. So I'm going to move the 2 to the other side. So I got x plus y is less than 2. Okay. And you want, and what you need to do, you need to find the boundary line. And to do that, you treat this as equal. Right? Treat this as equal to find the points. So if you did x equal to 0, then y equal to 2. Okay? And then if you did y equal to 0, x equal to 2. So you're going to get 0, 2. Okay, I'm going to make a graph a bit bigger, so make a bigger division. And this one does not have an equal, so it's an open circle. Okay? And then you get the 2, 0. And because that's not equal, so it's a dash line. Okay, so you draw the dash line. And then next, you want to choose a testing point that is not on the line. You can choose any point that is not on the line. And normally the 0, 0 is easiest point to choose, right? So I'm going to substitute 0, 0 in here. So you got 0 plus 0 is less than 2, right? Substitute into here. And so this is true, right? 0 is less than 2, so this is true. That means this point is true, okay? If this point is true, that means this side is true. That means all these sides are part of this answer. Okay. So next, I'm going to do this one over here. So again, this one you can choose points. So 0, 0, right? You can think of this as equal, okay? And then you can let y equal to 1, then x equal to 1, right? Again, you have to treat this as equal, right? So this one I'm going to use this orange line over here, okay? So you don't get confused. So you got 0, 0, again, open circle, and 1, 1. Okay, so this one is going to be like this. Okay, so now you have to choose a testing point. Normally 0, 0 is the best, but you cannot, it's on the line. So I'm going to choose 1, 0, okay? So I'm going to choose this point as my testing, okay? So 0 minus 1 is greater than 0, right? So again, this point I'm substituting here. So negative 1 is greater, so this is false. That means this point is false. So if this point is false, that means this side is false. That means this side is true. So your true side would be this side right over here. And now when you're doing the shading, kind of shade it lightly, okay? Okay. Now let's go and do the next one. The next one, I'm going to use I'm going to use the purple. So I got x greater than 0, so that's my dash line right over here. Okay, and greater than 0 is this side over here. Okay, now your final answer would be the one that satisfies all three. Okay, so this is x greater than 0, right? So it'd be a good idea to get coloring pencil or markers. So the part that satisfies all three is the one that shaded in 3 times. So it's this little region right over here. This little triangle, okay? Again, your final answer would be the part that shaded in 3 times. Okay? So this one only twice. This one only twice. This one only once. Okay? This part only twice. Okay? So this is only region. So this is the answer of this little triangle right over here. That is it's shaded in 3 times. So this is all the points inside is good for all 3, and that's your final answer. The reason you do shading because there are infinite number of points in there, right? So you have infinite number of answers. So therefore you cannot, you're not going to be able to list every single one of the points. So you have to do the shading.